are a NFL draft buff, and right now we are going to basically give grades and best and worst aspect of the NFC North, and we're going to start with your Green Bay Packers. The many people think that the Green Bay Packers nailed this draft. So why? How do you think the Green Bay Packers did this draft?
So first off, heading into it, a lot of people were not satisfied with day one, including myself. Honestly, I was even like, a little confused. But looking back on it, I always like to take a day with the Packers drafts and realize like, hey, the Packers don't draft for flash, for bang, for boom. They draft for we're gonna get the best quality player on the board, a dude who's gonna come here and play football for a long time and is gonna be really good at it. So with that being said, I watched the tape on Quay Walker. I've watched some tape on Devontae Wyatt, and I think day one we really did a good job at our picks at 22 and 28. I don't think there was a wide receiver there that was worth taking, considering that literally from 22 on, the next wide receiver taken was 34,
Right.
Christian Watson to the Green Bay Packers. Now, that pick is really interesting because a lot of people are like, oh, Pickens was on the board there. Sky Moore was on the board there. This guy is 6'3", 210 pounds. And the biggest reason why I'm telling you that the Green Bay Packers selected him, I can tell you right now, it all makes sense. I realized this the other day. He wore green and golden cotton. No, I'm just kidding. He's from North Dakota State. He knows how to play in the cold. That right there, he's got 4 years experience of playing in the cold. When it comes December time in Green Bay, it is cold. It's really, really, really cold. And a lot of people aren't used to that. That was something that Devontae Adams, a California boy, was like, man, I never really got used to it. Well, Christian Watson played at North Dakota State for the last 3 or 4 years. So he is used to it now. He knows what that cold is like. All right. His team name was literally the Bison. Okay. And then let's see. Also here with the third round pick, I liked Sean Ryan there from UCLA. He's a really universal offensive lineman. You can put him at guard, you can put him at tackle. He's he started multiple positions in college. He's going to be a plug and play guy for us. He's going to be a guy that I think will be a starter. But he'll be a starter when other guys get injured until he kind of develops into whatever he develops into. He could be a 16 to 17 game starter every year. He could be a little less than that, but I don't know. That's an interesting one to me. I think that Sean Ryan's going to take a little bit of developing, but I think he could be a really good piece to our offense. Also, I liked Romeo Doubs out of Nevada. He was Carson Strong's number one guy in Nevada, and an all around solid wide receiver. I like that we went with size for the two wide receivers. That's kind of something that I think we were on the down with. So Dowds was pretty good. I was excited about that. Kingsley Ingber out of South Carolina, liked him as well. That's a nice pickup there for the defensive end position. I'm working down here. Last one. Let's see. Wide receiver Samori Toure out of Nebraska. Another good wide receiver pick. I was satisfied with that one. But with that being said, my top pick was the Christian Watson pick of North Dakota State, simply because we traded up to get him. I mean, he's basically at that point, obviously he's a second round pick, but at that point, that's pretty much like another first round pick. He was the next wide receiver taken off the board, since pick 21. At pick 21, there wasn't another wide receiver taken off the board until Watson at 34. So I was a big fan of the trade up. And as soon as I saw that trade up, I was in the Target parking lot. I saw us trade up. I got the Twitter notification and I was like, oh my God, it's a wide receiver. I've got to get to the draft. So I turn it on my phone and sure enough, Christian Watson. And I guess I'm a big fan of Christian Watson. I really like what the Packers did with this draft. So overall, I gave him an A. I think we added a lot of solid pieces to the defense. Quay Walker and Devontae Wyatt are going to be nasty. We're pairing them with Rashawn Gary, Preston Smith, Kenny Clark. There's a lot of and Devondre Campbell at the linebacker position, as well as the three offensive linemen we draft are all really universal guys. They're all guys who started multiple positions in college, so they're guys that you can plug and play in your offense. You can throw them anywhere. This was more or less just a depth draft. And then I really think we got the star power with Christian Watson. A lot of people are underestimating how good I think he's going to be, and I'm really excited to see Aaron Rodgers throw